Monica from Carolina Designs Realty. I'm thrilled to welcome you to one of our beautiful event homes here on the Outer Banks. And I'm also excited to introduce a good friend of mine, Chef Wes Stepp.
Tell me when you're ready. Hey, how you doing? My name is Chef Wes Stepp from the Red Sky Cafe up in Duck. And today we're visiting Good Karma, which is a beautiful event home. Looks like it's a saga-built home being handled by Carolina Designs. Monica does a great job up there. We've been her neighbors right there in Duck for about 13 years, and good people. Anyway, today what we did was we're using soft shell crab. So it's May down here on the Outer Banks, and there's certain things that are just popping all over the place. Okay, so here we are, recipes from the edge, and we're right on the edge down here in North Carolina. We're right in Kitty Hawk. We're at Bo Pruitt shedding operation. Basically, this is where it all happens. This is where the blue crabs, her husband's a fisherman, goes out in the sound, catches the blue crabs. He can tell by their back fin exactly like what stage they are in development of towards molting or coming out of their shell. They do this every year. It's in the spring. Full moon really brings them to start popping out really good. And what they do is they bring them back here. They sit in this shedding operation, which is basically like a bunch of tubs or a bunch of kennels. And what they do is they're all hard, and they keep an eye on them. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job for these people. They really work hard. They put a lot of hours in. You got to keep an eye on them at all times, because when they come out of the shell, they're super vulnerable. All their little buddies, all of a sudden, they might pinch them just for the heck of it and kill them. So what they do is they got to keep an eye on them. They got to babysit them. When they find them pulling out of their shell, they gently pick them up and they put them in this smaller corral. And that's when we got a soft shell crab. We're going to be prepping it back at the house. Now this house itself can not only handle, family of 16, 20 people very comfortably. You can cook everything in this kitchen. It's really well equipped. I, as a professional chef, could come in here and cook for 50 to 60 people. What we do is we cook it all here in case you're having an event around the pool or something's going on where it's a family reunion, a corporate event, or a wedding reception. These are soft shells. If it was a hard shell, you would not want to do this because they would take your finger off, and that dog don't hunt. But one thing you got to do is you got to clean them fast, okay? Now, cleaning a soft shell is not the prettiest thing in the world, but it is a necessary part in the food chain. So basically what we're doing is we're just taking regular scissors. I'm cutting the face off. Take the lungs out. You got 4 basic cuts. The other lungs. This green, you can take it out or you can leave it in. They call that the butter of the soft shell. A lot of people like it. And then you got the apron, and you take the apron off. Now that soft shell is ready to be cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and clean a few of these things. Take the face. Bang. That's it. Now you do not want to miss a cut on these things because if you leave something on there, it can get you a little bit sick. So, that kills it immediately. You're taking the lungs out of it. Those things are not good. And then you take the apron. We've got our soft shell crabs, local to the area, fresh, delicacy. A lot of people love those things. Hope you still love them after you see me clean them. Salt and pepper and self-rising flour. I'm just going to throw that sucker in there, cover it up. Very simple. So anyway, I've got my soft shells going in the basket. Pop those down in the fryer and you can hear them working. And I'm covering them with the other fryer. You'll probably hear 1 or 2 of them pop here in a second. Exactly. Now, if you didn't have the basket on top of it, what happens is the grease can pop in your face. Not fun. I got pretty much everything at my fingertips. This house is really laid out. The plates, the bowls, the platters are all here. I'm ready to rock and roll. Got North Carolina shrimp. You can hear the shrimp popping. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of fresh tomatoes. This is a chiffonade of collard greens. Something different. What I did was I blanched them in a little bit of salted hot water. I didn't cook them way down like you think of greens. and then I hit them on top of the grill. And I cut them so thin that they won't be that tough. Then I'm going to hit them with a little bit of sweet potatoes that I diced up. All this stuff is local product. Outer Banks sea salt, kosher salt. That brings out the natural flavor in all the food. I don't like to use the iodized salt because basically it keeps cooking down. So I threw in a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes. Now what I did before I came here was we make our own pasta up at the Red Sky. So it's handmade pasta. Shock it in my hot water. I got these excess shrimp over here. Nothing says North Carolina like a little bit of fried shrimp to go with our fried soft shells. Local product too, sugar snap peas. Okay, so I added my pasta. I added some sugar snaps. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit more salt and pepper. And another thing, it's an apple smoked bacon. We get our pork from Curry Tuck. Once again, taking advantage of the local agriculture. And that dish is done there. Okay, let's check our soft shells. Oh yeah. Soft shell's nice and crisp. Beautiful. But anyway, our shrimp are done. So I'm going to put those right on top of the sugar snap peas. Let's try this stuff. Okay. What we got is a little bit of fresh bean sprouts. I'm hitting the pasta right on top. That looks awesome. Now I'm going to take the soft shell crab. I do about 2 to an order. And then what I've done is taken some poblano peppers. I wood fired them or I roasted them in the oven. And what I did was I incorporated them into a little ranch dressing. So it's your basic ranch with a poblano pepper. Garnish it with some fresh tomatoes. Ooh, yeah, that's a beautiful dish. We pop that together in no time right here. Okay, we've got a little bit of fried shrimp. We got soft shell crabs, homemade pasta, sugar snap peas. Flavor of the Outer Banks in this beautiful home, executed here. Like I said, we could execute for up to 50 or more here without a problem. This home, the beach, the flavors, the gifts from the Outer Banks. Come down and enjoy them. If you want to and you don't feel like cooking, invite me to come over. There you go. Dang, guys, what do you think? Awesome. Recipes from the edge, you know what I mean? Right here on the coast. Enjoy soft shells, shrimp, all sorts of stuff. Good food, beautiful home, heck of a front yard. Try some of that pasta. Yeah, use your fingers. This is a working man's lunch.